Hi, and it's been a long time no talk. It's been a crazy couple weeks, but this is my 3 to 6 week postpartum update. I'll start with weeks 3 and 4, because week 6 or leading up to 6 has been tough. He's 6 weeks now. He's under here nursing. So let's see. I noticed around week 3, he seemed to have a little bit more of an awake period, but even more so now. But really, week 3, he came out of that newborn, I sleep all the time phase. He's latched a few times without the shield. In week 3, I was really good at trying to get him to latch without the shield, but I've kind of gotten a little lazy with it. It's just so easy with the shield. I don't even do the shield how you're supposed to. I just kind of put it over my nipple, and it's just easy because it's so hard. I just push it into his mouth, whereas my nipple is so soft. It's hard to push it into his mouth. I don't know, it's been easier for me. My other son, I nursed with the shield until he was 4 months old, which I think affected my supply. And this time I do not think I'm having that problem because he's gaining way better than my first son. I have an infant scale here because I used to have to weigh my son before and after feedings, and he'd only gain like 2 ounces. This one I haven't even tried to weigh him before and after a feeding to see, but I've weighed him like once a week, like every Thursday I'll weigh him, and I've noticed he's gaining almost like a pound a week. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, but he was doing really well. Let's see. He's just been so hungry. His kid nurses and nurses and nurses and nurses. And for the first few weeks, I definitely nursed on demand. So I'm still nursing on demand. But we're going to have to start to get into a rhythm here or some kind of schedule. But for now, I'm still able to go out and do things and kind of have a life because I kind of know when he's going to nurse. He's kind of falling into a pattern, but not really. The main thing is I always make sure he goes, when he wakes up, he eats first thing, and then he has a little awake time, and then he goes back to sleep. He's either been sleeping in the K-tan, which is the wrap that I've been wearing, or he sleeps in my arms, which means we're kind of stuck to the couch, or he sleeps in his swing lately. Like the last 2 weeks, I've gotten him to sleep in the swing, so week 5 up to week 6. So that was really good, and that was really nice, and I got to unload the dishwasher and sleep, and I vacuumed and mopped the floors for the first time during week 5, while he was, actually I think my husband was holding him and outside playing with the other one, but still pretty good. The floors were very dirty, especially with 2 big dogs. Let's see. Oh, I haven't talked to you guys since I had help. That first week, without any help, my mom or mother-in-law, we watched so much TV with my toddler, and we just camped out on the couch, and I don't think we left the house. The next week, we left the house every single day because I was going stir crazy, and I noticed that my toddler napped better if we went out, and the baby almost naps better in the K-tan wrap, or Katan, however you say that. So like today we were out, and he napped the whole hour and a half we were out. And then the 30-minute ride home, I moved him from the wrap into the car seat, and he still napped 30 minutes. And then I carried the car seat in the house, and he napped 30 more minutes. So that's 2.5 hours. And I think if he gets into a nice deep sleep in the baby wrap, he just sleeps really well versus just sitting on the couch. Let's see. Husband is still in the guest room. He doesn't want to be woken up, so he's not going to sleep in this. It's very messy in here, but he's not going to sleep in here until the baby sleeps through the night in the bassinet or in the crib in that room, because he's in the guest room, which might end up being baby's room unless the boys share a room, which I don't know. So we'll see. We'll have to clean that room out, put the crib in there, and then husband can come back, and then I guess I can just put a monitor in there. But for now it's just easier because the baby's still co-sleeping in the bed with me. Not ideal, not what I want, but it works really well. I'm getting a lot of sleep, and so is the baby. So I don't want to fix what's not broken, but at the same time I would like him to sleep on his own, on his back, in a crib by himself. But he's a little young, so we'll go with it. Definitely more go with the flow with baby number 2. Baby number 1, I never would have done that. Let's see. So I thought I had hemorrhoids in week 4 and 5. I really thought I had a hemorrhoid, and I still think it's hemorrhoid related, but I was using the Tux pads, Preparation H, just taking hot showers after I would go to the bathroom because it was so painful. By week 5, it was like, when I would go, it was like glass, number 2. And it was just very uncomfortable. So finally I had my 6-week checkup yesterday, and on 6 weeks, so I'm 6 weeks 1 day postpartum right now. And she said, yeah, you have a little hemorrhoid, but I don't think it's that. And she started feeling it poking around, and she thinks I have an anal fissure, which is like a tear in your anus. Horrible. Oh my gosh, it is so painful. I'm dying. So the whole time I thought it was a hemorrhoid. That's probably what it was, but the treatment's kind of the same. She also thought I might have an infection where my stitches were in my perineum. I don't know how you say that. So I'm on 7 days of antibiotics. I take a pill at breakfast, lunch, and dinner for that. And then I am on, tons of stool softeners. Tons of stool softeners. I was taking 1 a day. She told me to take like 4 or 5 a day. So that's what I'm up to, and it has tremendously helped this morning from just yesterday. So I'm looking forward to that helping even more. And then she gave me, unfortunately, a suppository, which the first time I had to put it in, I couldn't do it. My husband had to do it. I was freaking out. I'm so not good with anything medical. I just, freak out. He's much better at this. He's like, you're fine. And he just did it, no problem. He's got a stronger stomach than me in some ways. He should have been a vet or something, or a nurse, I don't know. But, and that is supposed to help the fissure heal, I guess. And it brings down swelling, and it just makes, so that might have also been why when I went number 2 today, it didn't hurt as bad. I ordered a sitz bath. It just got here today. So just a lot of trying to just make myself as comfortable as possible. But 3 days ago, I wouldn't have been able to sit on this floor. That's how much pain I was in. And after I would go to the bathroom, I sat on my hip on the couch watching TV for like 4 or 5, 6 hours because I was in that much pain. So between suppositories, antibiotics, stool softeners, eating tons of raspberry, apricots, pears, lots and lots of fiber, and that's good kind of fiber that is easy to pass, and no more, unfortunately, trail mixes, which I love, which I was eating tons of, so like nuts and seeds, and it even said tortilla chips, don't eat that because it's just the sharp edges, it makes it hurt when you go. So it's been an adventure, but it's making me eat much healthier. So I went shopping for all those kind of healthy, kind of fiber-rich foods. Prunes. Did I say prunes? Dried apricots. So I am counting my fiber. So I'm counting all my calories in the Fitness Pal, but more than it's, I'm not really counting the calories, I'm counting my fiber to make sure I get at least 25 grams a day. And I need to drink at least 80 ounces a day of water. So I have a 24-ounce tumbler, so I've been filling it up 4 times, making sure I drink it all. So that's like, give or take, like 96 ounces. So if I don't fill it all the way up, or like where exactly it's 24 ounces, I figure at least I'm getting close. Let's see. The one good thing about not being pregnant and just, but breastfeeding is I can take ibuprofen now. So that has been a big help. I have been taking some ibuprofen to feel better down there. No TP, no toilet paper on my bum, which I think has to do with the hemorrhoid, not the anal fissure, because the anal fissure is inside. But I don't know, maybe it makes you sore everywhere, and it could be that infection around the stitches, I don't know. But after I go to the bathroom, I jump in the shower, but maybe now I can do the sitz bath instead, or the shower, I don't know, we'll see what works. But I do have the soft wipes, the Cottonelle wipes, but I don't dare use those. It hurts so bad. So I can't even imagine wiping with that. I have to be in like a warm, hot shower, like, to feel decent. She didn't give me the clearance for, like, obviously sex or working out. So I think 1 more week, and she said to call her back and we'll talk about my progress. But she didn't say she would clear me for anything, but I'm thinking that that's what we'll talk about if everything goes well this next week. So I'll probably call her after July 4th. The baby only wore his newborn clothes until 3 weeks. Like, right after I made that video, the newborn clothes had to go up. So he's in all 0 to 3 months. So he only wore a couple of the outfits. I don't even think he wore half of the outfits I had, which I didn't even have that many. I probably had like 10 to 15 outfits. But he's in 0 to 3 months outfits now, and we have a ton of them. I just don't really have any pajamas. So I'm still just using those 2 dress things that I had. I should get more, but I feel like he's almost going to outgrow them, you know, at this rate. So why bother? And we're literally doing laundry every day or every other day, so 2 has been enough. Last night it was still drying, so he had to wear a onesie to bed, which wasn't ideal actually. I just think they're more comfortable covered. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy and just think that. But he's next to me in the bed, so I'm so warm. So he definitely stays warm. Like I feel him. He's warm. He's not cold. Like his little feet and hands don't get cold. Like my older son, he would sleep by himself swaddled, and when I would take him out to change his diapers, his feet and hands were so cold, even though he was perfectly swaddled and bundled, and it was fall. So I don't really know the difference, but I guess it's super hot now, so the AC is constantly running. So you know, we have it on 74, so it's not like it's super cold or hot. It's just very comfortable in here, so I don't think it's cold enough to get him freezing, especially when he's up against my body and I'm not wearing clothes. I'm just wearing a nursing bra and panties to bed, so he's right up against my belly and my breasts, so he stays pretty warm, I think. Oh, I thought the witching hour had started, and I think it is a little bit, but I think it's supposed to peak around 6 weeks. But I noticed around week 5 and 6, he started to have a little fussiness around the witching hour, but it's really not been bad. He's really been a dream baby. He makes me want to have another baby because he's been so good. But my recovery has been so bad, it makes me never want to have another baby, because I hear these things only get worse and worse the more children you have. And I just don't think I can deal with this kind of pain. This has been atrocious the last 3 weeks. It's been very, very, very painful. Haven't been, you know, doing much because I couldn't even sit right. Like, it was very uncomfortable. It felt better to be walking around or laying on my hip. It was just super painful. But yeah, the way he is, he makes me want another one, but not the way my body feels, which is so crazy, because my first, it was like the lack of sleep was killing me, and he was up all the time and crying and colic, but my recovery was beautiful. I mean, I had no problems whatsoever. So it's just very different. And plus, being sick in a whole pregnancy is just brutal. But everyone is asking me, when's the third coming? When is the third coming? My mother, they're just driving me. People are driving me insane. And my husband's like, no more. We are so done. Which is funny because he doesn't really do anything to help. He's sleeping in the guest room. So, but I don't know. I wouldn't say a third is ruled out, but it's kind of, it's like 75% ruled out, which is, I was like more 50-50 a couple weeks ago, or even 3 months ago, but it's rough. I think 2 boys, I might have my hands full as it is. But anyway, I think that's about it. I don't have his next doctor's appointment until he is 2 months old. I guess that's as much update as I have. Everything is going really, really well for the baby. And I'm really hoping, if I'm feeling much better, I will make another video to tell you how the recovery ended up fully going. But we are just day, 24 hours into the recovery, because I've been in miserable pain for a few weeks. But since I just got the medicine and talked to the midwife and I'm on a plan, I am hoping it's like 7 days of feeling miserable. But I've heard these things can take 3 to 6 weeks to heal, and I'm already 3 weeks in, but I had no treatments really. I was kind of doing a treatment for a hemorrhoid, which I still have, a very small one, but she doesn't think that that's what is causing me this much pain. So who knows, but I will update you guys as soon as I start feeling better. Talk to you soon. Hope you're all doing well. Bye.